Good evening, everyone. So today we are going to be going over the Johto tournament. I would like to welcome two very important guests to tonight's stream, Totodile and Vampy.
Oh, I thought you was talking about us.
Yeah, I
He never
mean,
talks
you
about
you
us.
guys are
Wait.
you guys are. Oh boy,
We're in trouble now.
yes we are. So, nah, we've got Brandon and Colton, two of my.
Oh,
Saw that coming. So, and I'll just say, these two have a special place in my heart because they were my first two Pokemon plushies. So, but
I thought you were talking
anywho.
about me and Brandon.
What?
I thought you were going to say something nice about me and Brandon.
Well, I was getting there, and then
he
you
did.
ran
You just
off.
missed it.
Yep, welcoming, of course, Colton and Brandon, my two of my best friends, longest time. Yes, Glade, we're nerds. So are you. But yeah. So just a review of how things were determined. I set up the bracket base, and the seeding was determined by base stat totals. And then so that's how the seeding and the instructions for people when they voted were to vote based on who they thought would win in a one-on-one battle with equal level, no items, no Mega, no Gigantamax, Dynamax, and optimal move sets. So I'm going to turn that down. I should have done that already. Shame on me.
Good old classic Pokemon battle, essentially. No gimmicks.
Yeah. So yeah, with no further ado, let me just do that. Retro. I need to.
Oh, you spoiled the whole thing.
Peek right there.
Alrighty, there we go. Hopefully nobody saw that.
Everybody saw it.
Oh, it's just Colton. So we're gonna start in round one. I already know Colton was saying he's got lots of things to say. So just in general with this bracket.
Well, you know I do, especially with the shirt I'm wearing. Like, come on.
Yeah, I mean,
he's prepared.
I've kind of been looking forward to, but at the same time scared, scared that I might be losing a best friend.
Yeah, I'm shutting off right now. Bye.
But we're not to that point yet. We've still got a couple of rounds before friendships are at risk. So in round one, and the Mahogany Gym, we had Gramble and Ariados, Stantler and Noctowl, and Fortress and Wobbuffet. And Gramble and Ariados and Stantler and Noctowl, those two were close. Both of them were a 1-vote margin, so it was interesting watching the voting go as it did. But Ariados pulled out over Gramble, and then who was it? Was it Stantler? Yeah,
it was Noctowl.
Noctowl pulled out over Stantler. Again, close call. I'm not surprised Ariados was able to sneak past Gramble with being a poison type over the fairy, but
yeah, that's the thing I was going to mention is pre-Gen 6, Granbull takes it.
Mm-hmm.
That's what set it over for me, too, is the poison against fairy.
Yeah.
Other than that, it's...
Yeah, I mean, Ariados doesn't have a whole lot going for it. It's not a particularly powerful Pokemon by any means. But interestingly enough, it is the only Pokemon to have access to Poison Thread. Still to this day.
Oh, is that right? I didn't know that.
Yeah, it is the only one to have access to that move. There's no other Pokemon that has it.
Yeah. Learn something new every day, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't do anything on a one-on-one fight, but
I don't know. It's had its moments for me, but it usually doesn't go terribly far when I've seen it in battle.
yeah.
But then with Fortress and Wobbuffet, Fortress won that 79% to 21%.
I just don't think anybody wanted Wobbuffet to move on.
Wobbuffet, see, for me, I think Wobbuffet just has to get lucky. Because if it doesn't get the right kind of counter off, it's kind of useless.
Well, the thing is Fortress, it might have a couple special attacks, but for the majority of its attacks, it would be physical, so it would just counter every time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's fair.
The problem is like there's other things it can do. Like Fortress can have oh crap, what's the insect swarm one? What's it called? Infestation.
Oh,
yeah. And it has some other ones that can build up over time. But in all honesty, I voted for Wobbuffet for the simple fact that Fortress, self-destruct.
For the simple fact, what? Sorry?
That Fortress likes to use self-destruct.
Not when I'm playing as Fortress.
And go kaboom.
Yeah, that's fair.
So that's what I had in my mind. But really quick, I don't want to go over, just breeze over Stantler and Noctowl. That one actually surprises me. Like, they're both pretty solid Pokemon.
They are.
Stantler losing out, I'm like, really though? Stantler is such, especially in just Johto, is such a good Pokemon for being a normal type with no evolution at this time.
So the case I would give to Noctowl is it using Fly. If it can use Fly at the right time, it can probably get a bit of an edge.
But I can also argue Protect.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. It just anything can protect. So it just depends on. I don't know. It depends on a lot of things.
So see, that's why I don't consider two-turn moves in these kind of brackets. Is because of Protect itself. But
yeah,
Stantler really up against everything else. Like it surprises me that I got knocked out. And I wonder if that has to do in part with the fact that Ash uses a shiny Noctowl.
It's possible. I mean,
who knows?
I think all of us can admit that it's hard to put biases aside.
I don't know. I would personally, for all those who voted, like for you guys to put in why you voted for Noctowl.
I don't remember what I did. I do know that Noctowl does have some defense. Mm-hmm. It is one thing it has going for it. To me, it's one of the most defensive flying types, even if its offense isn't the greatest.
Let me see.
So I don't know.
Well, it has a 50 base defense. Its special defense is 96. And then you look at Stantler, which has 95 attack, 62 defense, 65 special defense.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like I know for me it was a toss-up. I had to think for a while and do some investigating, but
and you brought up why. I just need to say it has 50 base attack for Noctowl.
Yeah.
Sand attack? I don't know.
I just in a special defense sense, yes, but Stantler's not going to be. Yeah. Anyways.
So Glades mentioned he voted Noctowl over Stantler due to area maneuverability, which is valid. So
it was a tricky matchup for me. I remember sitting there for a minute thinking, oh, I don't know.
No, I just bring it up because it is quite a disparity in between the two Pokemon, and as far as the stats go.
Yeah.
Stantler is such a heavier Pokemon compared to Noctowl is.
Yeah.
And granted, like maneuverability, but like I'm coming at it from a VGC perspective, where maneuverability isn't a factor in this. This is you take your turn, I take my turn. It's not running around like the anime rules.
Yeah. Yeah. Thinking about it, I think I did vote for Stantler. But I did have to think about it for a while.
I could not tell you who I voted for.
Yeah. But let's go ahead and... What were you going to say?
I said, anyways, move on. I just wanted to point that one out because Stantler and Weird Air, like, it's really awesome that they did that for Stantler. But Stantler was already a pretty decent Pokemon.
Yeah. So, moving on to Cyanwood, we had Girafarig and Lydian, Xatu and Quillfish, and Mantine and Macargo. That poor stuff.
There's no discussion there.
We have nothing to... I mean, it was the first 100% vote in the bracket. It didn't stand a ghost of a chance. We don't even have to say anything other than Macargo just got screwed in every category possible.
The best I can say for Macargo is it has Rock against Mantine, but it's going to get outsped, and it's quadruple.
Slow.
Yeah. So
it has no damage output.
And Mantine's going to survive a Rock Slide, honestly. It can take a Rock Slide, and then it'll just...
Dude, a Mantine can take a Thunder.
It's nothing to gawk at. So
it's not.
And unless it was like Sunflora and Macargo, I doubt any of these brackets Macargo could actually win in.
Yeah, I would have to. Well, maybe Jumpluff.
Meganium.
I mean, there's others in there, but I said Sunflora because Sunflora is terrible. But
let's see what did. So the Thunderer, he voted for Stantler, but he's happy Noctowl won. I think that Noctowl won because of popularity reasons, but he's not complaining. Yeah, kind of like was mentioned, and would agree. But
same here. I get frustrated at fighting against Stantler in the games, so I'm more of a Noctowl fan.
Shadow, Stantler, and Coliseum.
That was one of the worst.
That is like the worst face-off with a Stantler.
Yeah, agreed.
All right, but yeah, Xatu and Quillfish. That one was 90% to 10% in favor of Xatu.
It's kind of weird.
I don't think there's any surprises there other than the fact 10% voted for Quillfish.
Not Hisuian and Quillfish. I wonder if they got that confused.
That's a fair point.
Because if it was Hisuian and Quillfish, yes, I would give it to Hisuian and Quillfish.
What was Hisuian? I can't remember.
It's a dark poison type.
Oh, dark poison. Oh, yeah. That would make a difference.
Whereas regular Jotonian Quillfish is poison water.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. And surprisingly, like, because I've been playing a lot of Coliseum XD, and like one of the things I've been struggling with is getting a good psychic or flying type on the team for fighting type Pokemon. And I was trying to use Pokemon I haven't used before. I was going through and looking over. Gen 3 Xatu has a terrible move pool. But
I recently played Coliseum as well, and I tried a Quillfish. I could not keep it alive. It just would not survive anything.
Oh no, there's nothing you can do with a regular Quillfish. It needs.
It's pretty terrible.
Yeah, but no surprise there.
Yeah, and then Girafarig and Lydian, it was 63% to 37% in favor of Girafarig.
That is another one like Stantler that, it's like a super solid Pokemon to begin with. Not one that I personally used, but it's also another one that got a really good treatment with a new evolution. It's funny that it beat out a bug. But
it's Lydian.
A pretty dang crappy bug, though.
Yeah,
Ladian. I don't think I've ever seen the Ladian win a fight.
Well, the thing is the poor thing has such a low base attack and special attack. It's kind of fast. It's not extremely fast. Has a little bit of defensive capability on it. And then they give it the frickin' hidden ability Iron Fist when it has like what okay, I gotta tell you because it's ridiculous with Ladian. Yeah, 35 base attack.
That's not so good.
35 base attack. It has 110 special defense, but I mean, Draft Rig's just going to stomp on it and make it flinch and crap. So,
yeah, can't argue with that.
I'm really hoping in Winds and Waves we get something for Ladian, in all honesty, because I really want to see the Common Rider inspired Pokemon get something.
It needs it.
Plus, it's just a cool design. Like, you wouldn't think it would look that cool.
I agree. I do like the look of it. It's just I've never tried to use it because it's just overly fragile.
I vote we all put in letters to Game Freak and say give Ladian something in Winds and Waves, even if they don't have anything in there. Put something in there for it. Take some of its 110 base special defense and put in its attack.
Right?
Like, why is it so high?
All right. So moving on, we'll go to Azalea Town, which led with Jumpluff and Delibird, which Delibird won that one 68% to 32%.
See, I don't get that.
Well, I mean, Jumpluff has the status moves and everything.
Yeah.
The problem is the 4 times weakness and the low defensive capabilities.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because the best it could hope for is multiple turns of sleep and then hitting it.
Mm-hmm.
But everything
I don't know what
Jumpluff has, though, Brandon. Delibird is going to resist.
That's what I was going to say. I don't know what a Jumpluff would do against a Delibird, even if it's asleep. It doesn't attack very well against an ice flying.
Yeah. But I will give it to everybody out there that voted on Jumpluff because it's cute, because it's an adorable Pokemon. And in Gen 9, it has actually done quite well for itself as a supporter Pokemon.
Yeah. So then we got Blossom and Sunflora, which I feel like that was just a rinse and repeat of Victory Bell and Vileplume from Gen 1.
Yeah. Both Pure Grass, both Sunstone evolved. I don't know.
So
they're both not good to me, but
yeah, voting went 84 to 16% in Blossom's favor. And then, well, let's just say ignore this, but
did you have a simulation to run with it or something?
No. The most recent
horrordiscuss.gif.
Does it not have, let me move our faces.
I don't know.
That'll fix things. Shiz.
Hi. Oh, the horror.
Yes. This is
what is going on.
I'm going for, because Miltank can fur it.
Sausage nipples. I am not going to be ashamed. I voted for Miltank.
I mean,
I did too.
Yeah.
I've seen what Miltank can do. I'm not a fool.
Yeah, like I said, oh, the horror.
He's Miltank, man.
Anybody who played Gold and Silver and Crystal knows the pain of that gosh dang cow. The creature of nightmares.
Dude, and it's worse in the updated in Soul Silver and Heart Gold because it gets a Lumberry. So you status it and it heals.
Snaps out.
So
They knew what they were doing.
I want to take a segue here for Pokemon Pocket because if I don't know if you guys have played it, but I played a lot of it. You can run a 2 Miltank deck. That's all you have in your deck, and it has rollout. It's one energy to use it. It starts off at 20, and then increases every turn. So it goes it doubles it. So it goes 20, 40, 80.
So for the sake of not beating a dead ferret while it's down,
the poor
Miltank beat it with 95% of the vote. I think some people gave ferret a pity vote.
I mean, I do see some instances where Ferret can win because I think it has access to Hyper Fang.
Nah, that's fair.
I think. Let me double check myself.
Oh yeah, it's not an unwinnable matchup, but 9 times out of 10, I'm handing it to Miltank.
Oh no, it doesn't have access to it. Never mind.
So, and then for Lantern and Unknown. Lantern won that one 79 to 21%. So,
but which unknown?
That's a fair point.
Well, what does an unknown
go through every single letter and the 2 exclamation points?
I don't have time for that, Colton.
I don't think an unknown by itself is going to go very far in battle, honestly.
No, they only have hidden power, and that's it.
So that's why I wonder. Like, I don't think it matters. Like, I'm pretty sure Lantern's taking that.
No, let's just say it's unknown L because it took an L.
Again, I will say real quick while I'm thinking about it, those of you who are watching, feel free to comment your thoughts on any of the rounds we're discussing. Just so, I mean, we want your input too. So, and then moving on to the last area of the first round, the Violet City Gym. Poor Smeargle.
So, JP, really quickly before you move on to that, you don't have the names around the bracket that I'm seeing. So will you just indicate which part of the bracket you're looking at?
Yeah. So let's see if there's a way for me to do it. I don't think there's a way for me to do it, but yeah, so we're basically going top left, top right, bottom left, bottom right.
Okay, just so everybody is in the clear and they can see where we're at.
Yep. Thank you for that. So yeah, Hitmontop and Smeargle. Again, poor sketch artist. Didn't stand a chance. Hitmontop won at 80 or 90% to 10%. Again, I think there might have been some pity votes in there.
Well, I mean, Moody Smeargle is a menace to society.
Smeargle having the versatility it has with sketch, you can give it whatever you want. But it is still a normal type at the end of the day. And against a Hitmontop, that's going to be a tricky fight.
Well, and the other thing, too, is it has very average stats, like slightly subpar stats. The reason why it made waves in VGC like it did was, for one, the sketch, it was able to get Dark Void, which is the most terrible thing that Pokemon has done. And 2, it was able to hold the Focus Sash. So regardless, it was going to get 1 turn to be able to have a Moody boost of some sort. Yeah. And for all those of you who really care, I'm going to give a little bit of history here. Smeargle is the reason why a lot of things in the VGC got changed. So it can't learn Dark Void anymore, obviously. But Moody also doesn't boost or decrease accuracy or evasion anymore. It used to. And an evasion boost in the middle of a high stakes tournament in VGC, it broke games. Because now all of a sudden your Pokemon can't hit. Your 100% accurate moves are now down to 90 or 80% accurate because of 1 boost it got randomly.
Right.
All right. So yeah, we'll go ahead and keep going because there are definitely some of the later rounds we'll want to discuss before Brandon does have to leave a little early, most likely, unless we.
Sorry, I just like Smeargle's history. It's really fun to look into when you get a chance.
Fair enough.
Yeah, to do that.
Yeah, Slowking and Quagsire. Slowking won that one 74% to 26%. And Octillery and Sudowoodo. Octillery wrecked Sudowoodo with 85% of the vote.
Lock on Octazooka, man.
Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah. I did that a lot myself.
And then Corsola and Skarmory. Skarmory won with 63% of the vote. So
that one I was a little hung up on. I wasn't sure myself, so I had to think about that one. Yeah. But I think I
did. They nullify each other with their different types is the problem, and Skarmory is just bulkier in general.
That was my thing. Excuse me. That was my thing. I couldn't make up my mind for a while, but I think I did go Skarmory.
Yeah, I did as well. So yeah, moving on to the second round with the introduction of our higher seeds. We'll start in the Olivine Gym, back up in the top right with Tyranitar and Ariados.
Squish Bug.
Yes.
Enough said.
Nothing more has to be said. Tyranitar won that with Colton. You're going to be upset at some people. Tyranitar won with 90% of the vote.
I'm disappointed in everyone.
Bug against Dark is the best case I got for Ariados, but I don't think it's pulling the win.
Well, the thing is that Rock resists Bug, so it's neutral hits.
That's neutral.
Yeah. So
that's why I'm disappointed. I did think about that, but no, an Ariados damage output, no.
No.
Plus,
I would say yes on Gramble because of the poisoning and having super effective damage on Fairy, but no.
Yeah. I almost said plus Colton's base stats, and then wait a minute, no, this is my ace Tyranitar in Pokemon Go is nicknamed Colton, but but yeah, those stats Ariados didn't stand a chance. Donphan and Houndoom. Donphan won with 85% of the vote. Again, I can't really say there's much of a surprise there.
So, not really.
Because of what I've seen in the bracket, I had to go and check out Donphan because I'm like, I know it's strong, but I didn't think it was that strong. 150 base attack and 150 base defense.
That's pretty tanky.
And sturdy.
I didn't realize its attack stat was that high. I thought it was like 90 or 120. I might be overstating it.
Yeah,
it's like
120.
100 though, and I'm just like,
okay.
Yeah.
No speed, no special bulk or special attack, but I'm like, oh, okay, now I see.
Yeah. And then Houndoom doesn't really have anything great against Donphan, so it just kind of has to outspeed it and just hyper beam or something. I don't know.
And can we just take a moment to respect the fact that like Donphan is such like a underdog Pokemon that all of a sudden we got 2 Paradox forms for it, and they're both spectacular.
Yeah, I only saw the future one. I didn't play Scarlet, but yeah, I've seen what it looks like, and yeah, it's pretty terrifying.
Great Tusk is amazing. Iron Treads has seen a lot of VGC and a lot of good results. But Great Tusk was just, they were both on par with each other.
Mm.
Anyways.
All right. So Meganium and Noctowl. Noctowl won with 65% of the vote. I can't say I'm surprised by that.
Yeah.
That's actually pretty fair.
Umbreon and Fortress. So this one was a 50-50 split. The way I the way I did tiebreakers is I ran multiple simulations with multiple different attacks and everything. And Fortress, or was it Fortress? I have to look at the actual full bracket. One of you who's got the full bracket up, can you remind me who actually won it?
It was Fortress.
Okay.
So what I'll say about Fortress and Umbreon is that Umbreon is more defense, and Fortress also defense, but it has a bit of an advantage with Bug.
Yeah.
And Steel.
And Steel, yeah. So you can't... Umbreon doesn't have a lot against Steel, so it's going to have a tough fight there. So I went Fortress.
Well, the thing with Umbreon is that it was designed to be a bulky supporter mon. It wasn't designed for damage output. Obviously, Fortress wasn't either. That's
why I say it just comes down to the typing for me.
Yeah, but it comes down to Fortress gets Infestation, it gets these, it gets Spike Cannon, it gets these other things to help kind of spread damage out over time, which is something that it could do in this instance. Umbreon, the best thing it could do is paralyze.
Yeah.
Right.
And it can't use Toxic, which it would be its main thing. An interesting thing for everybody in the comment section, Umbreon was originally going to be a poison type.
Oh, really?
I did not know that.
That's why in its Pokédex entry, it talks about its sweat being venomous.
Huh.
Oh, I do remember. Yeah. Huh. Interesting.
Yep.
You learn something new every day. So moving on to Blackthorn, Kingdra's home. Kingdra beat Giraffrig with 100% of the vote.
Really? That's the one that got 100%?
Yes.
Not the T-Tard Aryados.
I mean, I'm not going to argue with Kingdra winning that one, but yeah, that does seem odd.
I don't think Kingdra had a vote against it until the Elite Eight, if I remember right. I could be wrong.
Disappointed in everybody.
I could be wrong, but it might have gotten some in the Sweet 16. It's not going to beat
Kingdra by any means because Sniper, Kingdra being able to crit more often and do more damage with crits. Yeah.
Yeah, Blade just commented, going back to the Umbreon and Fortress, that Eevee needs a poison type evolution. I think we all
Toxion.
It also needs a dragon. It also needs it needs all of them.
So I did play a little bit of that Pokemon Masters game on the mobile. I stopped a long time ago, but one comment one of the characters made was that, I'm sure there are lots more Eevees out there that we don't know about. So
from that game.
No, but that I'm sure the Pokemon Company does have something to do with it. They have some say in the game. So I don't know, maybe they're hinting at some future thing.
Yeah.
And then the Thunderer commented,
"Rip Umbreon."
Yeah, rip Umbreon. I know it's his favorite, so I will say, for those of you commenting now, I'm kind of looking at the timestamps. It looks like there is a delay, so if we don't comment and say anything about your comment till later, that's why. Yeah, so moving on from Kingdra just obliterating Giraffrig. Heracross beat Politoed 80 to 20%. Yeah. Sorry, Mr. Stretchy Frog.
I do like Politoed, but I did vote Heracross. I think it would legit be Politoed.
Yeah.
So no shame there.
Ampharos and Xatu. Ampharos got 95% of the vote. Yeah.
I mean, a 3-stage evolution line versus a 2-stage, plus it has the elemental advantage.
Yep. And then
it's Ampharos.
What was that, Brandon?
I said that's Ampharos. It's a solid Pokemon.
Yes. And then Espeon and Mantine. Espeon won with 90% of the vote. Moving on down to the Ecruteak gym. Crobat and Delibird. Crobat won with 80%. Scissor absolutely decimated Blossom, 90% to 10%.
That poor little flower.
I don't know where that 10% comes from. It just, to me, in no world does a Blossom
something like popularity.
Like I don't see a Blossom ever beating a Scizor unless it's like Frozen Solid or something.
Yeah. Yeah, neither. No.
But I don't know. That's just me.
Does it even get a fire move? I'm gonna look this up. You keep going.
Shuckle and Miltank.
Yes. I laughed so hard when I saw that setup. And just for anybody interested, no, Blossom does not get a fire type move. At least
I didn't think it does.
Yeah, Shuckle lost 55 to 45%. So that was a close one.
I feel is fair.
Yeah, that was a close one.
I mean, personally, for me, I still say Shuckle, but it can't power trip with anybody, so
yeah,
or power split.
And then Typhlosion and Lantern. Lantern won 55% to 45%.
I know there are a lot of Typhlosion fans out there, but I just got to give it to Lantern on that one. That's tricky for Typhlosion.
And we've been talking a lot. Well, I have. This is another mon that Lantern needs something.
It's kind of a forgotten.
It is the only water electric type. Well, it was the only water electric type that we have. And it really needs something. And plus, Lantern, look, it's a freaking adorable Pokemon, dude.
It's pretty cool. It's an anglerfish. It's I don't know. I like it.
That's the thing. It's a freaking anglerfish. Those things are horrific. Look what they did to it. It's adorable.
It's Japan. Japan makes everything adorable. That's what they do.
Valid.
Or very creepy.
Or very creepy, yes. That's fair.
Yeah, I would agree. And I mean, Lantern kind of has a soft spot for me because Lantern was my first Johto Pokemon card that I ever got. And for some reason, I can remember opening the pack, and Lantern's the only one out of that pack I can really remember. Sorry, I'm drinking a lot of water because I'm getting over a bug. So
you're good.
My throat is drying out very quickly.
Good.
You guys can't hear that music in the background, right?
I can't hear anything.
No.
Okay. My daughter's blasting music in her room, so.
And then the final area in the Goldenrod gym, Blissey and Hitmontop. It's like,
okay.
The one thing that was going to really give Blissey the disadvantage,
Hitmontop
came across.
I
use your words.
Minimize seismic toss.
Seismic toss would. Oh,
I can't guarantee it, but I'm 90% confident Blissey can survive at least one move from Hitmontop. It gets one or two, minimizes off. That Hitmontop is hitting every fourth hit, and Blissey's getting a seismic toss that, does consistent damage every time.
The HP queen of all Pokemon using seismic toss.
That's a legitimate strategy.
I never thought of that until just you mentioned that.
Legitimate strategy.
Oh my! Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, imagine that on Blissey now.
That's what's got me in shock. I never thought of that. Oh my goodness.
Glade said if this was Brock's Blissey, it would be a different story, methinks. And I totally agree because that Happini was disgusting. It was so overpowered.
Uh-huh. So, but the voting, it went 75% in favor of Hitmontop.
That's fair.
I feel like the 25% of us, I voted for Chance Blissey.
I can see it either way, but I'm not surprised Hitmontop won, honestly.
Yeah, neither am I. Ursaring and Slowking, that was another one that came down to, it was a 50-50 split. So I had to do a simulation. I'm trying to remember what move. It was counter. That's what did it. Slowking's high defense and then its ability to use counter. It one-shot Ursaring every single time.
I guess that's fair. Ursaring's going to be physical.
Yeah, there was no move that Ursaring could use that could one-shot Slowking. So, and then Steelix and Octillery. Octillery won out with 55%. Octazooka for the win.
And Steel against water is not great.
Yeah, it's
the ground typing is where Octillery really took it out.
Yep.
I love Steelix, but
same.
Tried using it multiple times, it just comes out disappointing.
Yeah. And then for Alligator and Skarmory, for Alligator won with 85% of the vote.
Again, same thing. Steel against water. I'm usually handed to the water.
Yep. So there is our updated bracket. We're covering up Tyranitar and Kingdra, but we know who's there. Speaking of,
it's the fan pay.
What?
Why don't you let us on the side?
Oh, I can do that now that we're past that phase. Let me just get to that and do that. That was the wrong thing.
Don't break it.
I believe in you. You know what you're doing.
Yes, I do. Most days.
Sometimes.
Just don't mess up my audio.
Sir, shush. There we go. But anywho. So, moving on to T-Charm and Donphan. Vampy says, hello, Colton.
Yeah. Mine's bigger.
I don't know if Colton is going to hate Donphan after today or appreciate it more now he knows it's stronger than it was.
Yeah, I mean, my first glance, I legitimately thought that Tyranitar was going to make it into at least the quarterfinals, if not the semis. But then when I got to thinking about it with Donphan, it was just, and this is before I really started to look into and delve into Donphan. It was just like, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Ground, rock.
Yeah.
Here, I will give you the rundown on its stats here.
Donphan's?
120 attack and 120 defense. So Tyranitar is physical. It is bulky as all get out. Don't get me wrong. But with Sandstorm up, because of its Sandstream ability, it's getting a boost to its special defense. And then on top of that, its hidden ability is Unnerve, which makes it so the Pokemon doesn't need a berry. So you want the Sandstream ability, obviously. Sandstream isn't doing consistent damage over time to Donphan because of its ground typing. Tyranitar does have its dark typing to use on it, but once again, 120 base defense for physical attackers to get through. and then its rock type moves are going to be resisted by Donphan. So, yes, I am upset that my boy lost, but on the other hand, JP put it in a spot on the bracket where it would lose, so it's his fault.
I didn't do it. I did not do that.
He rigged.
So the question.
This is lies.
The question is, did you vote for Donphan?
I voted Tyranitar.
Next time I'm up playing you, I will show you my notes, and you can see I did not rig it against Tyranitar.
There's no doubt. You put Tyranitar against anything, I'm going to vote Tyranitar.
No, I didn't, sir.
Oh, come on.
No, me. I said you put Tyranitar up against anything. I'm going on Tyranitar. I'm
sorry, I didn't quite catch that.
Yeah, no. Like even with your Gyarados, like I would say Tyranitar. Or even if it was a clear disadvantage, like Metagross versus Tyranitar, I go Tyranitar.
Yeah. I think we all get that. The Thunder when we were talking to work, I think we all get that one bias vote that we can get away with. And
hey, not me. I voted against my boy.
I was also going in with the misunderstanding that Donphan's attack stat was like 90. Much lower than what it was. I thought it had more defensive bulk on it than what it obviously does.
Yeah.
It's slow as balls. This thing has a base stat of 50 in its speed.
Mm-hmm.
So Tyranitar, there is a world where Tyranitar rock slides, gets flinches every single time, but
odds are
actually I cannot see a world where Tyranitar can beat Donphan with optimal movesets.
Oh, no, I totally can, but it has to be seriously lucky. Like, Crunch has to lower its defense, Rock Slide has to continuously
The thing is, Donphan can one-shot Tyranitar.
Well, I'm not saying he can't. I'm saying Tyranitar moves first.
But there's nothing Tyranitar can do to one-shot Donphan because Donphan has Sturdy.
That is why I am saying,
Mr. Yes. Noctowl and Fortress. That was another one that was 50-50. And I can't remember how the simulation... Oh, hello. Blade said, it's weird that Donphan, an elephant, knows fighting-type moves. I mean, it could be weirder.
Yes and no. I don't know. Like you said, it could be like Rhydon with Surf.
Am I dumb?
It learns counter. It also learns superpower, if I remember right.
No, it's not in its moveset. Body press.
So, but
also taking advantage of its high defense stat. I didn't realize it could learn body press. Huh. Neat. I want to play with a Donphan now. Okay.
Congratulations, Colton.
Hey, I'm not terribly upset. Donphan is a cool Pokemon, and it was one of the first Gen 2 Pokemon we see.
Yes. I love Donphan personally. So
I love seeing it use rollout in the beginning of the was it Mewtwo Strikes Back?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Donphan is probably my favorite Johto Pokemon. Yeah, so Fortress and Noctowl.
Really over Scizor? And Crobat?
If I remember right, no, because we're going top left, top right, bottom left.
Well, no. I was saying Donphan over those two.
Yeah, I mean, I personally prefer Donphan over those two.
All right.
Oh, interesting.
Okay, so Noctowl and Fortress, it was a 50-50, you were saying?
I think that one of you who's got the full bracket up, if I remember right, it was Fortress. Was it Fortress that won that, or was it Noctowl? It was Noctowl.
Which is, I mean...
I'm on the fence.
If I remember right, that came down to the fact Noctowl can learn a Fire-type move.
I'm unaware of this fact. We are We are fact checking JP in real
I
time.
can't remember which generation it is, but
I mean, you're right. It can learn Sunny Day. Heat Wave. It can learn Heat Wave.
There we go.
I wouldn't call Sunny Day a fire move. I mean, yes, it is, but
it is a fire move. So cool thing about this is that Noctowl gets tinted lens as its hidden ability. With not its effective hits get boosted up, so they're just like normal hits. So it's Fortress negates. I'm not sure how it interacts with that because I don't know the calculations, but the Steel type negates the super effective Flying type for Bug. So I don't know if the tinted lens helps Noctowl hit harder with its flying moves on Fortress because of that or not. So if anybody knows the answer to that, let me know because I've never understood that with tinted lens.
Yeah. But yeah, it ultimately did come down to the fact that Noctowl could learn Heat Wave with that quad effectiveness. So
that's fair.
I wonder, does it learn?
And then Kingdra and Heracross. Kingdra won with 75% of the vote. I'm not shocked. Do you guys have anything you want to say there? Or?
Not really. It's kind of just a neutral matchup against each other.
Yeah. And then Ampharos and Espeon. Espeon won with 65%.
That's cool. I mean, Espeon is just all around great Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
They both are, but they're again neutral on each other, so I can totally see either one.
Well, and the funny thing is with Espeon Synchronize, even if Ampharos paralyzes it, it gets paralyzed too.
Yeah,
that's true.
So,
although, are we talking later games? Because can't Electric not get paralyzed?
No, Electric can get paralyzed. They can't be paralyzed by Thunder Wave or Electric type moves.
I thought it became immune to paralysis, but I guess I'm a little rusty or something.
No, there's ways around it, like Synchronize.
Gotcha.
If anybody cares to, you can fact check me on that, but I'm like 90% confident that Synchronize will paralyze the Ampharos, period. No, because you can use Stun Spore on electric types and paralyze them.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So they aren't immune to it.
It's just been a while since I played. Like I said, I just played Coliseum recently, but I haven't played a later game for a while.
Yeah, no, you can use Stun Spore on an electric type and paralyze it. But that's besides the point. Espeon is much stronger. Well, I don't actually think it's much stronger. I think Ampharos is actually the stronger one of the two. And I think this has to do with a bias towards Espeon because...
actually, Espeon is the stronger of the two, as far as stats.
Yeah, its special attack will be higher. Its bulk there isn't there, though. Ampharos has more bulk.
Yeah, that's true.
But like I said, the Espeon can also confuse it on top of being able to pass on paralysis. And it's fast.
Yeah. So... pardon me. Crobat and Scissor. Crobat won. No, it didn't. Scissor won with 70% of the vote.
That's kind of funny because Crobat can get Heat Wave as well.
Huh.
Oh, I've never seen one with Heat Wave, but yeah.
You can get Heat Wave.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's only 70 special attack, but still.
Yeah.
Quadruple damage is quadruple damage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Miltank.
I mean, that was a hard one. Oh, no, you're good. That was a hard one because those Pokemon, I love both those Pokemon. They're fantastic Pokemon.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to be happy either way that they come out. I think with Scizor, though, is that even though it's an evolution of Scyther, it has the same BST as Scyther, and so does Cleavor. They just took and moved things around in the base stat total, but they all have the same base stat total.
Huh.
If you guys didn't know that is, and it's insane because you can use, well, except for Cleavor, Scyther and Scizor have been used in various degrees in competition. Scizor more prominently, especially since it got a Mega. And ultimately, I think what helps Crobat is it's a second stage compared to a Scizor that's really not a progressed form of Scyther. It's just an altered form of Scyther.
Interesting.
Anyways, that's my 2 bits. Sorry.
Oh, you're good.
I can go on tangents on a lot of things.
So yeah, Miltank and Lantern. Miltank won with 80% of the vote.
It can learn Earthquake, can it?
Huh?
I don't think so.
I think Miltank can.
But I could be. I could be wrong, but I don't think it can.
I'm not sure.
Why is this thing so bulky and fast? That's not 2 things that go together.
Right?
Oh, it learns high horsepower, though, which is good enough.
Yeah. And then Slowking and Hitmonchan.
It can learn Earthquake through TM.
Do what?
Oh.
It can learn Earthquake through TM.
Yeah. So then Slowking and Hitmontop. Slowking, unsurprisingly, won with 85% of the vote. And then for Alligator and Octillery, this one I think just came down to the stats because pure water types, no real edges typing-wise, no attacks that gave an edge.
Huge power for Alligator, man.
Do what?
Huge power for Alligator.
Yep, for Alligator won it with 85%.
No, I can argue there.
Is that right? Did it get... Oh, sheer force for Alligator. Excuse me.
Either way, I think for Alligator, it just seems like it would win. I don't know.
It just outclasses Octillery in every essence. So.
Okay, and I just need to take a minute here to. So when Legend ZA came out, I was already dead set on Totodile because Totodile, man, who doesn't love Totodile? When I Mega Evolved my Feraligatr, I was disappointed, to say the least. I like the nod that they did to it. In case you guys didn't know, Mega Feraligatr has a huge old hole, a hood thing going up here, and it's actually a skull.
Yeah.
And then when he goes and it does a physical attack, his arms go out because he has these little ridges on his arms, and the skull thing clamps down. And then he's got these 2 little protrusions on his back. When he's closed down like that, he looks exactly like a Totodile. And the little arms and everything. So it was kind of disappointing compared to Embor's Mega was really cool. Meganium's was very disappointing as well. They could have done a lot of cooler things with Feraligatr and Meganium. But Feraligatr gets a very cool new ability, which was a dragonizing attack. So it can take all of its normal type attacks and make them dragon type. And plus, Mega Feraligatr gets the dragon type on top of that. So another water dragon to add to the various water dragons in Pokemon.
That doesn't change anything here, but yeah, that's cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Like I said, I go on tangents.
Yep. So yeah, the important thing about that round is the winners of each of those matches are the ones who are going to advance to the the overall champions tournament with the different regions. So yes, unfortunately, Colton, Tyranitar is not going to be in the big tournament.
It's okay. I have things to say to you afterwards anyways.
I will not be a part of that.
But Glade Raid says, why does Remoraid evolve into Octillery? What the crap is Remoraid cursed? I
never understood that either.
So, okay, fount of random useless Pokemon knowledge here. The beta designs for the Pokemon, especially in Gen 2, they're hilarious. So Remoraid was more gun-like. Like, it actually had a grip and a trigger and a guard for the trigger. Octillery had like a little helmet, and its tentacles were treads. Now, that still doesn't persist why a water-shooting fish evolves into an octopus, but it is more so the gun to tank.
Mm-hmm.
Is what they were going for. That's why
Interesting.
That's why it's octillery. The artillery is, for artillery.
Yeah.
Right.
I can't remember Remoraid's name, but it has something to do with pistol fish.
Well, it learns like every beam move out there. Like if the move ends in beam, it can learn it.
Well, I mean, even if you look at Remoraid's design, as it is now, you can kind of see the rifle-esque stock to it and everything. And
yeah.
Even that one fin on the top is actually a sight.
Yeah. But I do know, Brandon, you're going to have to get running here soon, so...
Yeah, I can... If we go a few more, I can probably do that.
Okay. I just noticed the time and didn't want you to be late, so... So yeah, moving on to the quarterfinals. We've got Donphan and Noctowl, which Donphan won... Hello. Donphan won that 71% to 29%. Kingdra versus Espeon. This one hurt my soul, but I mean, even I voted for Espeon on this.
I voted for Kingdra.
The reason I had to go with Espeon was because it can learn was it Dazzling Gleam?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, yeah. Espeon just kind of screams gleam. Like, it just sparkles a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that fairy-type move just...
even if it just uses full-on Psychic, that thing hits like a truck if you have a well-built Espeon.
It does. But yeah, Espeon won that with 59% of the vote. So, I mean, it wasn't a blowout, thankfully, but...
It did better than Flareon. It actually moved up like it was supposed to.
Shush. We're not going to talk about the Kanto tournament in the Johto region, sir. Or the mistakes that were made. Scissor and Miltank. Scissor won with 77% of the vote.
That's a fair margin,
I would agree.
I don't even think Miltank can... Why do you get Sunny Day?
Pardon me.
Yeah, it gets no fire moves to help it out besides Sunny Day. There's so many Pokemon that can learn Sunny Day for some reason.
Yeah. And then Scissor, with its massive physical attack, also learning fighting type moves.
Plus, Technician Bullet Punch is just nasty, man.
Yeah, it just... The cow was finally butchered.
Which I think... Oh, no, that's Mega.
That's all I've got to say, is it...
Miltank is faster than Scizor by 35 points.
Yep. And then for Alligator versus Slowking, for Alligator won with 95% of the vote.
Nom, nom, nom.
Yep. For Alligator says Crunch.
Sheer force, dude.
Yep. Plus, I mean, Dark type physical attack against Slowking's Psychic, so...
Well, I say sheer force because it increases the amount of damage when a move has a secondary effect. Crunch lowers defense, so you have a less likely chance of that. Or no, it negates that completely, but raises the base damage that does.
Oh, see, learn something new every day.
Yep.
So that was the quarterfinals. And the semifinals, we had Donphan and Scissor, and then Espeon and Feraligatr. So in the Burn Tower, we had Donphan and Scissor. Which, let me pull those up. So with these ones, as you might recall, I put what I figured would be the optimal move sets. What the?
Yeah, I can't hear him either.
I don't know. Shouldn't have. It doesn't show that it's
Did your headphones go out? Are you using your headphones to speak, Brandon? Or can you not hear us at all?
We might have lost you, Brandon. Because, yeah, it still showed your headphones might have.
He's not even looking when I'm talking.
Yeah, he's not even hearing us. So yeah, minor technical issues. We lost the Brandon. So, anywho, we'll see if Brandon can possibly figure that out. Yeah, so Donphan, I gave Fire Fang, Fissure, Earthquake, and Counter as its primary moveset. Scissor, the best I could come up with was Skull Bash, Iron Head, X Scissor, and Flash Cannon when I was looking at its full moveset.
Bullet Punch, man. Would have been better than Skull Bash.
Okay. I mean, I will also say I'm far from perfect, but...
Oh, no, you're good. You're good.
But, I mean, Donphan has Fire Fang.
So, 120 base attack.
Yeah. Scissor, as good as it is...
Scissor has 100 base defense, but...
Quad damage and...
With that much base attack behind it. Yeah. Plus, you gave it Fissure,
Yeah. So... but yeah, so the voting for it was 85% in favor of Donphan. So yeah, it looks like Brandon's audio is out. And I mean, he had to leave early anyways, so he's heading off.
No, he's just going to stand there awkwardly looking in the camera.
So, Brandon, farewell. I know you can't hear us, but we will chat at you later. And then, but yeah, so Donphan won with 85% of the vote. And then in the Tin Tower, we had Espeon with Psychic Psyshock, Draining Kiss, and Alluring Voice versus Feraligatr with Crunch, Waterfall, Lash Out, and Aqua Tail. And again, it just came down to Feraligatr's massive physical attack for me. Plus Crunch. So
wait, you gave what was it that you gave Espeon again?
Psychic, Psyshock, Draining Kiss, and Alluring Voice.
Okay.
It didn't have any hard counters for Alligator, and
yeah, I don't think it has access to any.
No, it doesn't have access to any electric type moves other than Thunder Wave. So,
I mean, to be fair, that is a very good electric type.
It is, no doubt about it. But I'm gonna go ahead and shift us a little bit.
I will say, though, if you would have given Charm to Espeon, that might have made the difference to lower its attack by 2 stages.
Yeah. I mean, if Espeon was the opposite gender.
That's
no,
I don't think that's. You're thinking of the one that makes them fall in love. Charm doesn't matter in the gender.
Oh, okay. But even still, I don't think that Espeon would have gotten through, and it showed with the 85% vote going in favor for Alligator. So, and on to the championship round for Alligator and Donphan.
I mean, that's just not fair.
Yeah, no, it's not. Donphan had one heck of a run, but it surely met his match. I mean, I haven't looked at the results yet, so I don't know what the voting went for. But
I mean, let's be fair here. We can even say it steamrolled the competition.
It did. I mean, Donphan was.
It like I told you, it's one of those underdogs. Like I didn't think much of Donphan, but that's because I was under the assumption its base stat total was different than what I was thinking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Donphan was definitely. It was a tank, and I'm happy it made it as far as it did. So, but
I believe
for the result, if you want to give me a drum roll, Colton.
Oh, it gets Thunderfang.
Unsurprisingly, for Alligator won with 70% of the vote. So, which, I mean, it's fair. I can see people voting for Donphan because it can learn some of the moves that give it that edge. It's got access to Thunderfang, Seed Bomb. And then, I mean, the big one with counter. It just depends on if for Alligator uses Surf or if it uses Waterfall.
Yeah.
If for Alligator uses Waterfall, Donphan would win with counter. But if it uses Surf, then at that point, Donphan's done. So, but yeah, so there are the results for the Johto Region tournament. For Alligator was our winner. We had Donphan as our surprise runner-up. I will be getting the Hoenn bracket built in the next few days.
That one's going to be super interesting.
I agree. I look forward to it.
We got 2 pseudos in that generation.
Do what?
We have 2 pseudos in that generation.
Yep, we have 2 pseudos, and neither of them are going to be the number 1 overall seed. Exactly. Yep.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Uh-huh. Because those 2 do not have the highest base stat total in the region. That goes to the King of Lazy.
Big old gorilla. The Thunder Donphan should have won. I mean, it can. That's the thing. And I think something else for all of us to keep in mind here too, when we're going over it, like, because obviously you see mine and JP's viewpoints and like where we're coming from, huh? And Brandon, yes. But like we all have varying degrees of knowledge in move sets and base stat totals and everything. We come at it looking at it a different way. Like I personally, with like counter and everything, like, yeah, counter is a good move, but it's so unreliable with certain things that I wouldn't have given that to Don Fan. I would have given it like, Iron Defense or something to increase its defensive capabilities. And even when we were talking about Espeon against Feraligatr, with Charm on it. So like, all of us come at it differently. And then on top of that, where they sit in the brackets also dictates a lot of things.
Yep.
There's a lot of places where Don Fan wouldn't win in those brackets. Like you put it up against Mantine, you put it up against Jump Bluff. It's not going to stand a chance against those things. Whereas some of it where it was sitting at, it was able to win out against. But I am interested. I do kind of want to run a thing with Houndoom, either Flamethrower or Fire Blast against it, because Donphan's special defense is so low and its speed is so low. If a Houndoom will outspeed it, can it do enough damage with one of those two moves to take it out in one shot?
Well, it would still take two because of Sturdy. So,
well, I mean, if it had Sturdy,
because isn't Sturdy its only ability?
No, it has Sandville.
Oh, okay.
It's a hidden ability, but
gotcha. Well, I mean, 99% of your Don fans are going to have Sturdy. So
yeah. But anyways, that's when you guys we're looking over this. Like, yes, there, and even in the last bracket, for those of you who are here when we were talking about Gyarados and Dragonite, and some of those other fights, like there are worlds where these Mon win against the other Mons. Is it likely all the time? No, but
yeah. So, but I mean, it's going to be interesting to see when we get the champions bracket going with Don Fan. So it's, I mean, Don Fan to me it's the Cinderella of this. So
it really is. Like I said, I went into with the voting. Like I never looked at Don Fan. I have never used a Don Fan, except to like complete Pokédexes and stuff. And it's been one of those that I just knock it out and don't think anything of it. But most of the time when I'm knocking it out, I'm using a grass type or a water type. Therefore, going against its weaker of its two defensive capabilities.
Yep.
Most of the time, at least. It depends on what grass and water type you're using, but
yeah. So, but yeah, no, I'm happy with how this bracket went. I'm looking forward to Hoenn. So yeah, like I said, I'll have that bracket built probably in the next 2-3 days. I say that just because I've got homework I've got to do being back in school, so it takes me some time to get these brackets made. Hey, shush. Just because I'm finally trying to do something with my life again. So
yeah, we're here talking about Pokemon brackets.
Yes, I know. We're total nerds. But anywho.
But I want everybody to put their opinion on the winner for the Hoenn and who they're hoping to see come out on top.
Yes, I would like to see that in the comments as well. Who do you think will win out in Hoenn leading into it? But yeah, so we'll see how it goes. For those of you who watched and have not had a chance to, please like and subscribe. Hopefully the next video we won't have a surprise visit. So
what, you don't want Brandon to return? Is that what you're saying?
Oh no, Brandon I liked. And I love your kid, but
oh yeah,
that's what I meant. So hopefully the light glared him out enough that I'm not going to get in trouble with YouTube and Facebook. So
it was so far in, there's not going to.
Yeah.
And it was so brief. I think I was more like here anyways.
Yeah. So, anywho, but like and subscribe. We'll have the next video soon, hopefully. And everyone have a great night. We will see you all soon.